You found the Sales Hunter podcast. My name's Mark Hunter. And hey, does your personality sell or repel? And I want you to stop and think about that because that's the topic I'm going to be talking about. And the show begins right now. Okay, so the question on the table is, does your personality sell or repel? Now, we would all naturally say, oh, my personality sells. But hold on. I want you to look at it from two lenses. You see, not only does your personality sell or repel your customer, but it also sells or repels you. Now, what do I mean by this? Because it's amazing how your personality is a reflection of your attitude. And when it comes to prospecting, this is especially important because it's critical. Because if I go into a prospecting call with really the wrong attitude, I'm going to have the wrong personality. Now, let's frame this up better. Let's paint a picture here. You see, when I go into a call, whether it be a phone call, a video call, face-to-face, my personality comes through very quickly. And your personality comes through very quickly. And the person on the other end receives it and processes it just as we are processing theirs. And there's an emotional connection or disconnection that occurs. And this is why so many prospecting calls go awry. This is why so many prospecting calls don't work, because the attitude comes across in the personality. Now, don't think for a moment that your personality is only in how you come across visually. No, your personality comes across in your language, just as you're hearing me speak right now. It comes across in your emails. Yes, it comes across in your emails because here's what I found. Your personality is going to come out right in that first sentence and the last sentence. And your first sentence, now, it is not about making the email cheesy. It is not about making it all fluff. No, it's not. But it's about understanding the customer. You see, a personality that sells is a personality that puts the customer first. And when we put the customer first, it's amazing what we hear. Now, we do that because really our personality is about being natural. It's about being who we are. Now, you notice that just in the last 30 seconds, I've slowed my pace. I've lowered my tone because what am I doing? I'm changing my personality. Now, I'm not changing my personality. I'm changing my approach. My personality is still the same. I want to engage you. You see, what's interesting is this. Our personality is going to reflect the type of questions we ask, but more importantly, impact the answers we get. It's the answers we get that are, this is why two people can sit here and ask a customer literally the exact same question and get completely different answers. So I want you to stop and ask yourself this question. Is my personality centered around the other person, or is it centered around me? And it all begins with the attitude. This is why I love to say that the attitude we have going into a sale predetermines the results we get coming out of it. Absolutely key. I want you to do this approach before you go into any call, before you write any email. Ask yourself this question. How will I put the customer first? What can I say? What can I ask? What can I do to put the customer first? That's the question I want you to ask because it's not about you. And yes, it's going to come through in your personality. Because again, you can have the same question for two people, completely different answers based on the personality. You see, in the competitive world that we're in sales, and it's competitive, many times we're in conversations with a customer where there's a competitor in having a conversation. And our proposals are, I hate to say it, but they can be pretty equal. So who's the customer going to do business with? The customer is going to do business with the person who they like the most, the person who is most engaging, because here's the other thing. The personality you express going into a call and during a sales call, during a whole sales process, is a reflection of the service that the customer is going to get once they choose to buy from you. So I want you to stop and ask yourself this question. Does my personality sell or repel? And it begins by asking yourself that question before any call, text message, social media, whatever. What am I going to do? What am I going to ask that is going to put the customer first? Hey, you've been listening to the Sales Hunter podcast. What is it about? It's about 2 episodes a week. One, a short one like this, single topic, just giving you a single idea. And the other episode is a longer form where I do a deep dive with a subject matter expert around sales. I do hope you subscribe to the Sales Hunter podcast. Check out all the episodes. Hey, leave us a review, would you? I really love reviews. And pop me an email, call me, whatever. Let me know what topics you want to have discussed, because the Sales Hunter podcast is designed for one thing: to influence and impact as many salespeople as possible, to help them see and achieve what they didn't think was possible. Why? Because then you, as a salesperson, will be able to go out and help your customers see and achieve what you didn't think was possible. Great selling.